Material planning considerations. Environmental impact. Environmental impact refers to the effect that a proposed development may have on the natural environment. This consideration is crucial for ensuring that new developments do not adversely affect ecosystems, biodiversity, natural resources, and the overall quality of the environment. Key components of environmental impact considerations. Biodiversity and ecosystems. Protected species and habitats. Assess whether the development will affect protected species or habitats. This includes areas designated as Sites of Special Scientific Interest, SSSIs, Special Areas of Conservation, SACs, Special Protection Areas, SPAs, and local wildlife sites. Wildlife corridors. Evaluate the impact on wildlife corridors that facilitate the movement of species between habitats. Mitigation measures. Propose measures to avoid, mitigate, or compensate for any adverse impacts on biodiversity and ecosystems. Vegetation and green spaces. Tree preservation. Assess the impact on existing trees and vegetation, including those protected by Tree Preservation Orders, TPOs. Landscaping and green infrastructure. Consider the integration of green spaces, landscaping, and green infrastructure in the development to enhance biodiversity and provide recreational spaces for residents. Soil and land quality. Soil contamination. Evaluate the presence of any soil contamination and propose remediation measures if necessary. Land stability. Assess the stability of the land, especially in areas prone to subsidence, landslides, or erosion. Water resources and flood risk. Water quality. Assess the potential impact on surface and groundwater quality, including pollution risks from runoff and construction activities. Flood risk. Evaluate the flood risk associated with the development, considering both existing conditions and potential changes in climate. Propose flood prevention and mitigation measures as needed. Air quality. Construction and operational impacts. Assess the impact of the development on air quality during both construction and operation phases. This includes emissions from construction equipment, traffic, and any industrial activities associated with the development. Mitigation measures. Propose measures to reduce air pollution, such as dust control during construction and promoting sustainable transport options. Noise and light pollution. Noise impact. Evaluate the potential for noise pollution from the development, both during construction and operation. Consider the impact on nearby residents, wildlife, and quiet areas. Light pollution. Assess the potential for light pollution from the development, including impacts on dark skies and nocturnal wildlife. Resource use and sustainability. Energy efficiency. Consider the energy efficiency of the development and its reliance on renewable energy sources. Waste management. Assess the waste management practices proposed for the development, including construction waste and operational waste. Sustainable practices. Evaluate the use of sustainable building materials and practices to minimize the environmental footprint. How environmental impact considerations influence planning decisions. 1. Environmental Impact Assessment, EIA. An EIA is often required for significant developments to systematically assess the potential environmental impacts. This assessment helps identify, predict, and evaluate the effects of the development on the environment. 2. Mitigation strategies. Developers may need to propose mitigation strategies to address identified environmental impacts. These strategies can include habitat creation, pollution control measures, and sustainable construction practices. 3. Compliance with environmental policies. Planning authorities ensure that the proposed development complies with local, national, and international environmental policies and regulations. This includes adherence to the National Planning Policy Framework, NPPF, local planning policies, and any relevant environmental legislation. 4. Consultation with environmental bodies. Input from environmental bodies, such as Natural England, the Environment Agency, and local wildlife trusts, is considered. Their expertise helps assess the validity of the environmental impact assessment and proposed mitigation measures. 5. Balancing environmental and development needs. Planning authorities must balance the need for development with the protection of the environment. This involves weighing the benefits of the development against its environmental impacts and ensuring that negative effects are minimized. Importance in planning applications. 1. Protecting ecosystems and biodiversity. Ensuring that developments do not harm valuable ecosystems and biodiversity is crucial for maintaining ecological balance and protecting endangered species. 2. Promoting sustainable development. Incorporating environmental considerations into planning decisions promotes sustainable development practices that minimize resource use and environmental degradation. 3. Enhancing quality of life. Protecting air and water quality, reducing noise and light pollution, and maintaining green spaces contribute to the overall quality of life for residents and communities. 4. Legal and policy compliance. Adherence to environmental regulations and policies is a legal requirement, and non-compliance can lead to planning applications being refused or legal challenges. 5. Community and stakeholder engagement. Considering environmental impacts demonstrates a commitment to responsible development and can help build trust and support from the community and stakeholders. Conclusion: by thoroughly considering environmental impacts in planning applications, planning authorities can make informed decisions that protect the natural environment, promote sustainability, and enhance the well-being of communities. This holistic approach helps balance development needs with environmental protection, ensuring a sustainable future for both people and nature.